nice beefed up 30mm scope rings. Quad locked 4 screws. Pretty nice. Got the wrench. Got the other one. Scope came in this wrap. Let's see what else came in the box here. Got the instructions. Got a cleaning cloth. Got another Allen key. I'll have to read the instructions and see what that one's for. Some type of ring and bottle opener. How cool is that? Alright, so let's get into the meat and potatoes here of the scope. There it is. It's got the kill shade, sunshade on there, the honeycomb kill shade. .30mm, nice heavy scope. Looks like it's built really well. Take this off here. Oh yeah, that's one thing I like about scopes is you can see how thick the mounting is of the lens. That lens is mounted in there pretty good. You got your model designation here. It says waterproof, prevent mist, made in China. Quarter MOA clicks. Wow, look at that right there. So typically, you know, you have your knobs that have the direction to go whichever way you need to go, up or down and left and right. Well, instead of moving your rifle off while you're shooting, you can see it right there. That's awesome. And right there. So windage and elevation has a second marking so you can see without moving your gun or looking over your scope trying to adjust. Let's see, parallax setting here. Goes from the most is 500 to infinity, all the way down to 10 yards. That's pretty awesome. Got a nice big zoom knob. Got some texturing on it, some cutouts. Got a rubberized eyepiece. Really short scope, that's what I like. You're going to get a lot of light through a shorter scope with the 30mm tube versus a longer scope at 1 inch. This thing's going to bring in a lot of light, I could already tell. That's awesome. Oh, and you got your illumination right there, your illumination on the side of the focus wheel. I'm going to have to take a picture of this reticle, guys. This thing is awesome. Alright everybody, so let's cover the specifications of the scope. This is a 3 to 9 by 40 first focal plane scope. So what that means is you dial up or dial down the variable power and your reticle changes in size. So the lower power setting, the reticle is thinner. The more power setting, so 9 power for instance, the reticle is really bold and really thick. It is a 30mm tube. It comes with these 30mm rings. I have my anti-CANT bubble level on here. Honeycomb, sunshade, kill shade. Comes with a CR1632A battery, and behind this illuminator here, here's your illuminator with your adjustable side focus. Got your lens cloth and all that stuff in the box. The reticle itself is a illuminated rangefinder. The lenses in this scope are multi-coated, multi-layered. The actual shell material is 6061 aircraft grade aluminum. It's really compatible with rifles that have a Picatinny rail, Picatinny base, or receiver. Monstrum claims that this scope is a mid-range, close to mid-range scope, 400 plus yards. It is a 40 objective lens. Again, 30 millimeter tube, which is going to bring in a lot of light. It has an eye relief of 3.5 to 3.8 inches, so 3.5 to 3.8 inches of eye relief. It weighs, I think just the scope, not the rings, weighs 1 pound and 6 ounces, so it's a pretty hefty scope. And the actual length of it, which I was surprised, is 10.8 inches. The shorter the scope with the bigger tube is going to bring in a lot of light and a lot of clear picture, especially at low light conditions, which I really like. So I'll probably be testing this at later in the day, right when the sun's getting ready to go down, just to see how good of a picture I get through the scope. It is fog and water resistant. It's nitrogen sealed, and according to Monstrum Tactical, it comes with a 1-year warranty. It is adjustable, again, adjustable side focus. Doesn't have a parallax down here to change. But Monstrum Tactical has a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, so if you're not happy with the purchase, they will return it, no questions asked, which is pretty awesome. Other than that, we'll definitely test it out. I forgot to mention, this scope is 1 click for quarter MOA at 100 yards, and it has resetting turrets and locking turrets, which I'll show you. everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. Hope you enjoyed the review of this scope. Right now I'm going to give you my final thoughts on it. I am super glad that Monstrum Tactical sponsored this video with this scope. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope I gave them a worthwhile video and show you guys what this scope is made of. For the price point, it's around $200 on their website on monstrumtactical.com. During the week, 1 week they had it on special for around $100, which I think is an extremely well buy. This scope is awesome for what it is. Now, as stated earlier previously in the video, that when you change power of the scope, the reticle increases size. So if you're looking for a super precise precision scope, this may not be the one. Now, the scope, in my opinion, would work great for plinking, hunting small game, large game, medium game, anything along that nature. But if you're wanting a super precision scope, something that you're going to punch paper at long range, or want to get really tight, nice groups out of your rifle, and want to see a gnat at 100 yards, this scope would not be for that. But other than that, I cannot complain. Between the scope and at 50 yards, if you're shooting paper again around 100 yards, to me this scope is not the best for that. Now, like I said, in my opinion, it would be better suited for hunting purposes or plinking or something along that nature. Not saying that it couldn't be very precise, because it comes down to the gun itself that it's mounted to. But I'm talking about the sight picture. It just starts to become, the reticle starts to fill up most of your target. So, but other than that, guys, I cannot complain for what it is. And I have it paired to a new 1022 build here. I added a Vector Optics throw lever on it. But other than that, guys, I cannot complain. And again, I'm greatly appreciated Monstrum Tactical for getting a hold of me and sending me this scope for review. And glad they picked me up as a optic sponsor. So and always make sure you guys read the manual. No telling what all the tools that your equipment's for, like that bottle opener / battery changer.